there's dirt on my hands.
Hello YouTube, Boss Rino. Welcome to my channel. So ito, The Darkest Secret. Tagal ko rin din nare-reaction to. Ngayon lang ulit. The 10 horror videos found on the internet that will make your blood run cold. O, lalamig daw ang mga dugo natin dito. Subscribe nyo ang The Darkest Secret. Kaya tirahin natin to bago pa tirahin ng iba.
So quickly that it will make you wonder how many times.
The Darkest Secret.
Today we present 10 horror videos found on the internet that will make your blood run cold. Number 10. Do ghosts only unsettle us? Are we the only ones who can be terrified by these things? Well, apparently not. Because the video we started with shows how something apparently paranormal follows a little dog several meters to scare it.
Tatakutin daw yung, pati ba ng mga aso, tinatakot yung mga multo kayo? Yan, parang may usok na yan, sumusunod sa aso.
From the beginning, the animals seemed somewhat uneasy about what appeared on the scene. A kind of whitish fog that, as incredible as it may sound, was chasing it. In fact, the dog turned his gaze, managing to see what was approaching him. What do you think that is?
Pag nakakita kayo ng ganyan na parang may usok yung multo, yung maandar, napautot yung multo kaya parang may usok. Ganun ng utot yung multo.
The curious thing about this video is that there is something very subtle that happens on the second screen. Do you notice it?
Ayun, may sumusunod pa rin sa kanya dito sa kabilang screen, Tapos lumataw din dito.
What is that figure? It seems to be another animal, like a cat that chases the dog. But the strange thing is that in the first perspective, you can't see anything.
Oh, yeah,
comment what you think below. Number 9.
Number 9.
From the province of Tucumán in Argentina, Rafael Soria, a regular subscriber of the channel, shows me this video.
Ay, ayoko ng ganito. Pag inaabot kami ni Boss Bino ng gabi, nakakatakot na. Tapos may puno-puno po.
Ano, magkasuta, kuya? Ha?
Ay, sabi ko na may nakita kong
We see a
puti.
couple of cyclists who were returning to their town after a long day of bike riding. It was so dark that only their lights illuminated their way back until they passed by something that after a few minutes made them conclude that it was a ghost.
Hindi natin masyado nakita. Ang bilis. Yun. Ano?
We can barely notice it, but we can see a silhouette.
Gago, ayoko
It
talaga
looks like a woman, right? The cyclist even greets her.
Gago,
However,
creepy nun.
after a few seconds, they realize the senselessness that had occurred.
Yan,
Think about it. A woman walking alone at night, without a flashlight or anything in her hands, on a steep terrain in the middle of a mountain, and where there is nothing for miles around. In fact, our subscriber says that the next town up was about 20 minutes by bike, the same time it would take to get to the next town down the hill. Everyone knows that you can't stay so late on a path like this. They are full of ravens, and the darkness is so thick that any wrong step could be fatal. So as the man says, could it have been a ghost? Does it make sense for a woman in every
Ghost yan, sure ako. Kasi imposible may tao dyan.
Day clothing. To be walking alone like that, in the dark on a hillside? Tell me what you think. Number 8.
Creepy. Creepy yun, oo. Hindi edit nakita ko
For Juan Torres, one of our subscribers, what you will see below is perhaps the greatest fear that a mother could have with her child. Literally having evil and unknown darkness surround or stalk them.
Nako.
The boy was playing with his cousin, and his mother was recording them. Let's see if you can see for yourself what is truly disturbing here.
Ay.
Ano nangyari? Parang naging dalawa?
Did you realize it?
Di ba nauna yung bata? Tapos nasa likod? Ano nangyari?
We see how practically attached to the
Hindi.
minor,
Oo nga. Ito pala.
a disturbing dark figure emerges. A shadowy being with bright eyes that can be captured by the camera. He gets up almost as if he wanted to fly off.
Oh my God.
How does it appear there? How come no one noticed its presence? Look, it's huge. What is your opinion on it?
Para si
What do you
Venom yun.
think it is? Number 7.
Ang lino na mata ni Darkest Secret.
The following footage was made by a man who, after seeing giant footprints in the vicinity of a forest, installed a camera there to see which creature they belonged to.
Tangina, naglalakad talaga Parang may sungay pa
The subscriber who sent us this recording was impressed by its form. From the darkness, a bulky and translucent figure begins to emerge, and as it gets closer, it takes form until it can be seen clearly. Some suggest it could be an animal. I am more inclined to believe that it is fake. What do you think? Fake, or evidence that the paranormal really is out there? Number 6. What would you do if after recording a casual video and reviewing it, you detected something unusual, something that you didn't see, but that couldn't have gone unnoticed? That happened to the boys that you now see on the screen. They were on a beach in Chile. They were recording near the south of that country. Everything was normal, but when they saw the recording, they thought they noticed a chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee? Unggoy ba yun? Nakita nyo?
Do you notice it? The first impression is that it is an ape that is there next to the tree. However, this shot was captured in the south of Chile, in a cold forest with a hostile climate. Not to mention that within the entire Chilean country, there are no primates. There is no jungle or wild apes in Chile. What is that then?
Parang parang black shadow lang na gumagalaw. Kumakain.
In the video, it looks enormous. It resembles a gorilla, and it even moves in front of the camera. How could it be that the boys didn't see it? Without a doubt, a clip that generates more doubts
Oo,
than
hindi niya napansin,
certainties.
no? Oo, dinaanan pa niya, pero hindi niya napansin.
Number 5. There is no doubt that in recent times, the strange phenomena that are occurring in the skies, and especially those related to the UFO issue, have entered a kind of media vortex due to the shocking recordings that have been published on social networks. Without going any further, there have been a couple of strange situations recorded on camera that I would like you to see.
Wala ko nakita.
What you need to see here lies in this tiny spot. A strange oval shape on a building that is rapidly ascending at impossible
umakyat.
speeds. Now, consider the date on which it was recorded. In 2008,
Tagal.
when the technology to make 3D montages were resolved only for large studios. Could it still be fake? The way it rises and disappears catches my attention.
Akala ko kasi ilaw lang ng building, hindi pala.
Seems like a bad animation, but it could also be real. After all, who knows for certain what advanced technology looks like? Look at this second recording.
Boom! Sa tubig?
The title of this video says, Real UFO Crashing. At first, I thought it might be a huge bullet deflecting when it hits the ground. But in the end, bullets like this don't explode into 1,000 pieces. Also notice how it tries to change its orientation before impact. It is as if it tried to put the body of the UFO first, instead of the nose. Look at the speed at which it is going. Any of our ships would have broken into 1,000 pieces with the first impact. It is almost impossible for it to bounce like that. So far, no official body, such as the Army or NASA, has commented on this footage. They do not deny it, but they don't confirm it either. Why do they act this way? What are they trying to hide? As you can see, an issue that is becoming increasingly latent among the population. Number 4.
Nag-bounce pa eh, no? Nag-bounce pa.
What do you imagine the paranormal looks like? If it were to happen to you, how do you think it would manifest itself to you? Of all the things you imagined, I bet you would never imagine something like this.
Oh, ano yun? Kanino?
This video comes to us from Guatemala at the hands of Mike Argueta, a faithful subscriber of the channel. He says that he has seen this clip several times and cannot give it an explanation. What in the world is that strange creature?
Whoa.
Mike says there were other cameras at the scene, but none of them recorded what this one captured. It is not a person wearing a coat, but a lump without a defined shape, something that seems to run in a practically cartoonish way. Could this have been why the young woman was running? What could it be?
Black lady ang
Comment
tawag dyan.
below. Number 3.
Black lady ang tawag dyan.
In this position, we find what appears to be a video of a patient who is in bed and unable to move, that is tormented by something impossible.
Mukhang nakakatakot to ah. Oh shit. Oh. Ulol, ang creepy. Nakakabahan ako sa tunog eh. Walang yamong tunog yan.
Behind the door, the silhouette of a mysterious being lies facing him. It even opens the door, causing true panic in the petrified person who expected the worst. However, fortunately for the patient,
Feeling ko, ito yun parang parang may ulo dito kanina, di ba? Parang ito yun. Pero yung pagbukas ng pinto, yun ang creepy.
the presence simply fades away, never to appear again. Many on social networks say that it could be another patient. However, the person clarifies
Ay,
that
hindi.
that area
Hindi pala. Oo, akala ko lang.
is completely restricted and only visitors or authorized personnel have access to it, which is why its presence is completely incomprehensible. So what could he have come across? Questions that to this day remains unanswered. Number 2. The following are one of those subtleties that you must be very attentive to capture. Insight that fortunately for us, Andres Ospina, one of our subscribers, had at the right time. In his email, he says that a few days ago, a big fire occurred at a bus station. This led to the entire infrastructure being closed to everyone. However, days later, and when Andres was recording a short video of how the facilities had turned out, his visual acuity revealed something absolutely inexplicable. What is it about? I'll leave you with the clip to see if you can capture it first.
Hindi ko makita. Ang bilis.
Did you see it?
Hindi.
Although it is true that the image passes very quickly, you just have to pause it a little to notice
Okay.
the presence of a person inside the station. The dark figure of a person who lies there as if waiting for the next bus to pass. Look at his posture. Look at his size. Is that normal? Also notice that rather than a person, it seems more like a shadow, a completely dark being. I would even dare to say,
Ay, oo.
charred. What was he doing there if the station was supposedly closed? Could it be a ghost? Tell me what you think. Number 1.
Lino ng mata ng darkest secret na to.
For this last footage, I ask you to think back and remember a video that we had already shown some time ago.
Parang
A
familiar
clip
sa akin to.
that literally showed the disaster that an entity was carrying out in a fast food establishment. Do you remember it?
Oh my God, tinan nyo. Oh, natatandaan ko yan.
At the time, we commented that both customers, but above all, employees, were literally terrified by the incomprehensibility of the situations that were occurring there. However, this was not the only situation captured on camera that day. There were many more events that occurred. Situations where even several employees were forced to resign. They simply could not tolerate the demonstrations that, for example, you will see below.
Op, gumagalaw yung upo. Op, ay, naggalawan yung mga upuan, boy. Ay. Wala naman tao dun ah.
Inexplicable movements of chairs, and even the interaction of one of the employees with what she believed was one of her clients. However, apparently all of this seemed to come from a fairly high concentration of paranormal activity from which this establishment has not been able to escape. Will this restaurant continue to operate normally? Have they done anything about it?
Matakot yan, no?
If you know the answers, leave it in the comment box, as this video has come to an end.
Parang ano medyo bumibilis na yung pacing ng The Darkest Secret. Hindi na siya nakakaantok. Nakakatakot siya, kaya lang yung pacing niya dati, parang, tapos yung boses pa niya, nakakadagdag antok. Maganda, nakaka-creepy.